To prove my point that shields are way stronger than community was thinking they are, I had to make my own custom calculator to explain and present as simple as possible. And thanks to a lot of work that I did put, it is really easy to expand. And today, dear Skra, I'm gonna show you all of the cool new features that I have added in the calculator for the past week. There is a bunch of new cool things. We're gonna go over all of them, but let's start from the beginning. On the top left, you have shield presets. You can select different shields, and each shield has different capacity, different damage reduction, and different maximum life. There is also Save Custom button, but we're gonna click that a little bit later. Under, you have Apply Damage. There is a bunch of different presets for weapons, for the gadgets, and for the AI. And selecting any of those will change the bottom presets, right? And of course, if you want to mess with it even more, you can change this however you want. And with changing this, you're going to also get the custom headshot damage multiplier, and whatever you put here, you can change the headshot damage multiplier. There are certain weapons that have different headshot multipliers. For example, Anvil has 2.5, Rattler has 2, or Tempest has 1.5. On top of that, there are certain weapons that have multiple projectiles. For example, like Toro. Toro has 9 projectiles, right? That's the reason why projectile is here. Same thing goes with Volcano, and same thing goes with the Venator. Venator is shooting 2 projectiles, not 1. And it does matter because, for example, after 3 shots fired, one of those 2 projectiles went to shield, and one of those projectiles went to life. In one shot, half of the damage was mitigated, half of the damage is not mitigated. Same thing goes with the Toro. Toro is absolutely ridiculous in regards to the damage, because second Toro shot on medium shield, 8 out of 9 pellets went straight to life. Only 1 pellet out of the second shot was mitigated, right? You also have here on top undo and redo button if you need. And also you can copy the clipboard if you want to have some kind of a comparisons, if you need that. Also, I do not know if you noticed, but we also have a Fatality feature now. Based on the current state of the shield and health, you can see if the next hit will be fatal. Cannot wait to embark by this calculator of you. The thing is, Fatality indicators are dynamic, which means that if you change triggers pulled on 2, it is going to automatically be highlighted. 3, 4, right? It is going to automatically be highlighted. Same thing goes with when you're swapping the shields. You can see the fatality of different amounts of the triggers pulled based on the preset that you picked, right? Like you can change to, I don't know, arpeggio. 3 bursts in the head will kill blue shield. 3 bursts in the head will not kill epic, right? So yeah. You also have the shots fired indicator. Damage mitigated is pretty much how damage mitigation works with the shield. Every single time when you mitigate the damage, that damage will be counted here. So you can see how much damage your shield actually did. Mitigated potential damage is not this 40 damage. Potential damage is how much of the actual damage player did dealt. Because headshots on the Anvil have 2.5 times multiplier, and that is 100 damage. It is not 40, right? So this is calculating how much true damage you took. By the way, every single person that is talking about the effective HP pool is pretty much calculating not effective HP pool, they are calculating damage to kill, right? So if you ever see EHP of Anvil versus Broken Shield, they are gonna say it's 142, but it's actually damage to kill. How much damage is required to kill, right? And in regards to the effective HP pool, I made 25-minute long video in regards to the effective HP pool. TLDR, before this video, people were thinking that light shields have extra 16 life and that heavy shields have extra 42 life. It is way more. The shields can tank way more damage than community was thinking before that video. And in the previous video, the calculation was life divided by 1 minus damage reduction. I did slight changes in this newest update. I subtracted 0.5 life. I also added it here down in the notes. Modified the effective HP calculation to subtract 0.5 from life. This ensures the value accurately reflects the games defeated at less than 1 HP mechanic. Which means trigger grenade plus trigger grenade is 180 damage, and then you cannot survive with the impact grenade, because if we show the impact grenade now, it will be fatal because you have 0.25 life left. It is less than 1, right? So I did slight adjustments. So this is the true representation of the current effective HP right now, which means that with the heavy shield, you can take 208 damage and you will survive. But if you take 209 damage, you're gonna die. But yeah, I would recommend you to watch previous video in regards to the effective HP pool, because there is a lot of things that I did covered there. Another thing, on the right side, there is the apply healing. I have added different presets of the most common heals. I mean, shield rechargers and heals. On the left side, you can see, is it heal over time, or is it instant, or is it channel? And when you click them, it is gonna be automatically applied. If you select heal over time, you're gonna get the heal over time effect. And also, upon taking damage, healing will stop. Right? Just like in the game. So you have instant heals, and those are up the default, so you do not have to mess with clicks if you do not want to. And you can also put custom. You can also put custom if you want. On both. On top of that, you can also make custom heals, whatever the hell you want. It really doesn't matter. But yeah. Next, I have also added simulate. And once when you click simulate, once when you click, for example, shield recharger, it will be charging and you will not be able to click anything else until it's done. And then it is recharging, and then apply heal. That charging is pretty much the animation of the cast time in the game. It's one-to-one replication, right? Like for example, like bandages have 1.5 second cast time. Green shield recharger has 2 seconds. Surge shield recharger, for example, has 5 second cast time, and then it is instant, right? It's literally like in the game. Since Vita shot works completely different than the rest, I added hold to heal. The button is changing, so you actually have to hold the button. You have to hold the click on the button for the Vita spray to work, right? So when you're simulating, like shield recharge, Vita spray, right? And also, here on top, you can see how much shield you repaired per simulation and how much life you repaired per simulation, right? And also, when you click on any of the presets on top, all of the stuff will reset. I do not know if you noticed, but here on top, I also added shield durability. So you can see the total durability charges before the shield breaks, and it will break. Like if you are destroying the shield, right, it is losing the durability and charges over time. And after it reaches 0, it breaks and you cannot repair it anymore. With all of that out of the way, let's talk about save custom. Before it was just custom, now there is a little bit more features. So when you select the different types of the shields, they are changing damage reduction and the shield capacity. And when you click save custom, it is gonna open the new tabs here that are gonna automatically save the last shield that you did had. Since we did had medium shield, it replicated the capacity and damage reduction and the maximum life from the shield that you already had. But for the sake of troubleshooting and for the sake of comparisons and certain scenarios, before you pretty much had to damage yourself and heal yourself manually to reach certain points. Right now, thanks to the current shield and current life, you can automatically put shield wherever you want and current life also wherever you want, right? So if you want to test out certain scenarios, you don't have to damage yourself every single time from the start of the simulation. You can literally adjust everything here, right? Right now, whatever you changed here is saved. which means that if you take body shot, if you click reset custom, it is going to return it back where you put it. So it's going to be even easier for you to try out different heals and different whatnot, right? To see how will your effective HP pool work in certain situations. The best thing about this is that undo and redo is also working just fine. There are like multiple layers of stages that you can do and control now. Like, to me, this is right, like, how to say it? To me, this is, I'm looking at this for the past 2 weeks. So it's really easy for me. I do not know how difficult it is gonna be for you, but I simplified it and made it as clear as possible, as best as I could. And since everything is dynamic, you can clearly see what the fuck is going on. You can clearly see. So good. I'm already half done with the another feature, and that is weapon simulation, where you will be able to simulate different weapons based on their rate of fire. There is going to be additional box that will have the presets of the weapon rate of fire. So when you click certain weapon, you're going to get the time to kill and average DPS and top DPS and bunch of different stats based on the rate of fire for the certain guns. It's half there in the code, but it is not done yet because it still needs some work. And also, there is insane amount of the variables in regards to the rate of fire of the certain weapon upgrades and attachments. And it takes insane amount of time to test out rate of fire of the guns. There is one guy that did calculated the rate of fire for a bunch of different level 1 guns. But the problem is that he did not calculate the rate of fire of maxed out guns, because certain weapons have like increased the rate of fire. And based on my testings, it's a little bit trickier than it seems. So I do not know when will rate of fire be available, but yeah, just know that I'm also working on the sim, dude. That's it. That's pretty much it in regards to the calculator, and it will be available today.